I said before, like, language is really important that we have the same language. We're changing definitions. We're changing definitions of what it means to be racist. We're changing definitions of what it means to be maybe anti-Semitic. We're changing definitions of what it means to be a woman. That's fine. If we're all on board, then who cares? That doesn't matter. It's like money. Money actually doesn't have any value. It's not backed by any kind of like gold or anything like that. Okay? But we just all are on board with like agreeing that if I have a stack of $100 bills, you guys want it. So if you guys all agree, if anyone who has this napkin come May gets an A+ in my class, no matter what they turned in, this has value now because we're all bought into it. Okay? So that's the way definitions work. Who cares what the definition is if we're all on board? The problem is that the progressives are changing these definitions on college campuses, teaching young people, young minds like yourselves, to go out with these definitions, and the rest of society isn't on board yet. So some people are saying adult human female, other people say it's whatever you want it is, and then they're arguing with each other. They're saying stop being a bigot, they're saying stop being crazy, and they're not actually interacting because they have different definitions. They're both good people, they both mean well, they just don't have agreeing definitions. You guys have probably heard this concept of like hate speech is violence. Have you heard that, like words are violence before? The danger of that is, according to like English common law, it's okay for me to respond with violence if someone does violence against me. Okay? So it's okay if Josh decides to beat me up again, that I can stop him and try to beat him up. That's okay. It's perfectly acceptable. Okay? But if words are violence, then you say something mean to me and it offends me, then I can be violent back to you physically. You're verbally violent, I can be physically violent back. That's a problem. You can understand why that's a problem because you might watch TikTok or something like that. You see like a hillbilly white guy walk up to a black guy, call him the N-word, and you see the black guy knock him out, and everyone's in the comment section like, yeah, that's what you get, that's what you get. Whoa, hold on. Why? Because he said the N-word? What if he goes up and he says, ugly shoes? Is that okay? What words are considered violence and what words aren't? And who decides exactly what words are constituting violence and which words aren't? Who makes that decision? The people who are in charge make that decision. Okay? This gets really gnarly. I don't care. If you want to call words violence, cool. As long as every member of society says, hey, words are violence, then we're going to be really careful. You make fun of someone's shoes, you might get punched in the face. You better be careful about that kind of stuff. But we're not. We're not all on the same page when it comes to racism. Some people say, if a black person goes, I don't like you because you're white. Well, you can't be racist, so what do you call that then? If someone says, you know what, I think we should have a two-state solution in Israel, and you call them a Nazi, then someone else says, I hate all Jews and I want them all to be murdered. You already used Nazi, guys. We have two different definitions now. That's a problem. I want to know who the Nazis are. I don't know about you. I want to know who the Nazis are. I want to know who the racists are. Because if you call me a racist for saying nice hair, because you have dreadlocks or something like that, it's like, oh, that's racist, okay? Then you're calling me a racist, then what do you call the person who is actually racist and actually will wait for you to be alone on the street so they can throw a beer bottle at your head? What do you call them? And this is really muddying up the waters for trying to understand what's happening. So there's some people here that I want you to be aware of. One is James Damore. James Damore wrote a very famous memo